was 16 with a cap gun. I rodeoed the dog and the cattle, and the cat, my big brother's saddle. My best friend was a 50-pound blue heeler. We made plans to leave that house. We'd cross that big red river. Well, it's been 10 years now, and I still hear the whistle from the canyon. It reminds me of the way I was back then. It's the song of the old times a-calling. There's a part of me that's still the way I was. The whistle from the canyon, the whistle from the canyon. Well, the first time I ever drank a beer, I was sitting on the porch with my grandpa. He said, "Don't you tell your mama or your grandma." We laughed until our sides hurt, and I said, "I'll be coming back this summer." He said, "Good boy, I need a good plumber." And I still hear the whistle from the canyon. It reminds me of the way I was back then. It's the song of the old times a-calling. There's a part of me that's still the way I was. The whistle from the canyon, the whistle from the canyon. I remember that big red dog. I remember those Friday night lights. I remember our wedding day. I remember the night my grandpa died. And I remember a house full of people. When it all was said and done, I took that big red dog to the canyon. I fired that cap gun, and I still hear the whistle from the canyon. It reminds me of the way I was back then. It's the song of the old times a-calling. There's a part of me that's still the way I was. The whistle from the canyon, the whistle from the canyon.
The sky don't rush, neither do I. Darkness settles like it's earned a right. No clock out here, no last call bell. Just heaven leaning low with stories it won't tell.
First thought I used to fill the quiet up with laughter, plans, and names. Now I let it sit beside me like an old familiar pain.
Anchor line, solitude beneath the stars. Campfire flickers can't compete with a million lights above my sleep. Every one of them feels farther than home. Every one of them feels like I'm known. I ain't lonely, not exactly so. I just walk a path most men won't go. There's a peace that hums inside these scars, in solitude beneath the stars. I have a question.
What do you hear?
When no one's left,
I hear myself.
and that's enough.
What do you need when the night is long?
just the truth and an old soft song. Solitude beneath the stars teaches me who I really are.
No applause, no counting bars, just solitude beneath the stars.
She once said, don't you ever get tired of listening to nothing all night.
I smiled, didn't have the heart to tell her silence keeps me right.
Some love burns bright then fades too fast. Some men are built for looking back.
Me, I heal where the world feels far, in solitude beneath the stars.
No prayers spoken, no tears fall. Just breathe in space, and that is all.
If morning comes, I'll saddle up. If not, I'm fine where we are. I've made my home in the in-between, solitude beneath the stars.
The stars don't answer, but they stay. You stay. People forget faster than dust settles. I've walked in rooms where I felt unknown. Smiles were thin as a dry creek bone. But out past fences, past right and wrong, there's a steady breath that's been with me long. Passing fall, weather remembers. No talk, no lies, just hands and eyes. Lord, miles still ride. My horse knows my noon. He don't care where I've been or the shape I've been. When the world turned cold and stained, he stood still just the same. A horse knows my name, knows my weight, knows my pain. When I'm lost and half ashamed, he don't ask, he just stays. Trust don't need words. If I ever disappear, they'll remember me here. Evening falls. Evening falls. Out here, words don't last. wind remembers everything. I learned early, silence weighs more than sound. Promises scatter like dust when you turn around. Men talk big in borrowed rooms, say what they'll do, say what's true. But the plains don't listen long, they just hum their old patient song. The wind talks louder than men, says what it means, then says it again. No excuses, no pretend. Yeah, the wind talks louder than men.
I heard her cry in a doorway once. Said you ride like you don't belong. I said nothing, just tip my hat. Some truths don't fit inside a man. By sunrise I was miles away, her last words blown clean from my name. Out here talk don't stand a chance against open land and circumstance.
Say Lakers mean more, that's what the plains are for. The wind talks louder than men. It don't lie, it don't bend, it don't promise what it can't defend. The wind talks louder than men. It tells me who I've always been when my own voice won't let me in. Fence posts lean like tired old friends. They've heard it all, they won't defend. Every boast, every broken vow gets smoothed out by the air somehow. I've watched strong words turn thin as smoke. I've watched quiet truth keep men afloat. You can shout your way through town, but the plains will always drown you out.
No sermon,
no sign,
just movement and time.
The wind talks louder than men. Taught me when to lead, when to bend. If I ever speak again, I'll say it plain, I'll say it thin, like the wind, louder than men. When my breath is gone and my tracks grow thin, the wind will still be talking, telling where I've been. Magnolia scent in the midnight air, your old jacket on the back of the chair. Highway hum past the cotton fields. Time moves on, but this don't yield. Love like ours don't heal. River keeps rolling past the red clay banks, carrying secrets, carrying thanks, carrying everything that fades away, but not the mark you're leaving made. Some things mend, some things remain. Love like ours don't heal. It just settles in deep and real, like summer heat in southern air. Always present, always there. You can run, you can kneel, you can pray for time to seal. Love like ours don't heal. Church bells drift across the town. I bow my head, but don't bow down. It lives where you used to.
Radio static, 9:45. Your harmony fades before it begins. We wrote our dreams on a diner napkin, cold coffee rings, ink running thin. You hummed a line, I missed the key. Said we got time, you smiled at me. Passing thought, we always thought the chorus would come. One verse to say, no bridge, no brave words wait, we don't. A song we never finished. Neon flickered on Magnolia Street. Summer sweat, bare feet. Fireflies kept better rhyme than the promises we postponed in time. The song we never finished still plays when the night gets quiet. Every note we never risked still echoes under southern skies. I was scared of singing wrong. You were waiting on me to be strong. Turns out silence held the pen and wrote the end instead. The song we never finished. Short of forever, if I hear it start again, I'll know we were close, just never. The song we never finished, a verse short of forever. If I hear it start again, I'll know we were close, just never. Static fades, I hum along.
before the sun shines off on the day. Handshake firm, eyes held straight, no paper trail for what we say. Out here trust's a hard-won thing, built on doing, not promising. Early thought,
Quiet hook,
no shine, no mold, a man's word is gold. I've watched deals fall apart real fast. Talk ran ahead of the facts. I learned young what don't get sold is the truth you've been known to hold. Say it once, stand there. Yeah, a man's word is gold. Don't tarnish, don't bend. It weighs more than silver when times get thin. You don't swear it loud, you live it bold. Yeah, a man's word is gold. Character don't need witnesses.
fence line straight, sun dropping low. Promises keep better when spoken slow.
My old man said, son, remember that your name's your bond, don't gamble it. When the dust clears and the story's told, all you own is what you upheld. A man's word is gold when nobody's near. That's when it counts the most, when it's just you and the mirror. Yeah, a man's word is gold through hard days and lean years. You can lose your land, your low, but not your word in here. I'll pay my debts, I'll walk the road I said I would, so I will. Yeah, a man's word is gold. Sun signs off,
I stand by it.
your man's word is gold. Daybreak don't wait on a man. He just shows up, expects to stand. Boot heels ringing on barnwood floor. Same old aches, still want more. Hands learn truth before the mouth. East wind cutting hard from the south. Built by work and faith. Fence by fence I measure days. Not by prayers, but how I stay. Every promise I ever made, I nailed it down, let silence say. Freedom don't come cheap or late. It's built by work and faith. Sun climbing over bent tin roof. Built by work and faith. By showing up when it's hard to stay. By standing tall, not standing safe. By keeping hope without escape. If I fall, I don't curse fate, I rise up. Built by work and faith.
much about belief. I wear it in the way I leave. Close the gate, mind your tongue, pay your debts, help the young. Ride alone if truth's at stake. Don't trade your soul for easy days. Built by work and faith and time. When the dust settles, sun goes red, they'll read my life by what I left. Not the words I couldn't say, but the days I stayed. Built by work and faith. Head comes off, night turns late. Built by work and faith. Built by work and faith.
Gravel popping under worn-out tires, water tower wearing high school flyers, front porch lights like a runway glow. Every turn's a place I know. Back home tonight.
Mama's curtains in the kitchen frame. Same old dog still knows my name.
Years roll by, but nothing strange. Some things bend, but don't rearrange. Back home tonight, where the stars hang low and the air feels right. Every street holds a younger me, running wild and dirt need free. World out there can keep its light. I found what I was missing inside. Back home tonight. Roots don't shout, they pour. And I finally let them back home tonight. Yeah, home tonight. Back home tonight.
I'm an old car, she's a fast one. She makes the dust rise, she's what I came for. We are two hearts on the highway. Two hearts on the highway. She goes too fast, I go too slow. She keeps me young, and I help her grow. We are two hearts on the highway. Two hearts on the highway. We are two hearts on the highway. she's my hammer and nails. She's my holy grail. She's my car for sale, and I'm her chauffeur. And I'm her chauffeur. And I'm her chauffeur. And I'm her Two hearts on the highway. Two hearts on the highway. Two hearts on the highway. Two hearts on the highway.
Cicadas crying in the late July air. Sky burning orange over county lines. Your goodbye was already there. I just refused to read the signs.
You stopped saying my name at night. Said I'm tired, but wouldn't say why. I kept fixing what wasn't right while you were learning how to say goodbye. Your smile stayed, but your eyes moved on. Like a train I couldn't stop. I told myself just one more song, but love don't listen when it's done.
Some hearts loosen before they break. Some truths wait till it's too late. I held on too long, like a prayer after faith is gone. Under southern skies wide and wrong, where the night knows what went wrong. You were already halfway gone. I was still making plans for two. Yeah, I held on too long to a love that was done holding me too.
Your coffee cup stayed by the sink. Keys gone, door didn't slam. Funny how a house can shrink when it stops feeling like us again.
I don't blame you for leaving. I blame me for believing that love alone could keep you here. I held on too long, heard your silence but sang along. Sun coming up, night's gone wrong. Every morning proving me wrong. You said we tried, I said one more song, but my heart don't sing the truth. Yeah, I held on too long, and that's how I lost you. Maybe loving hard's my kind of sin. Maybe knowing when to quit's a gift. I'd rather bleed than not feel a thing, even if it's what I miss. Southern stars don't judge a lie, they just watch you fall apart. They saw you go, they saw me try, they saw me break my own heart.
I held on too long, till the road burned through my hands. You were gone before you were gone. I just couldn't understand. Under those southern skies so strong, they knew the truth before I knew. Yeah, I held on too long, and that's how I lost you.
Now the sky still turns red at dawn,
Same old road, same sad song.
but I finally let go and move on. No, I held on too long. Invocation, no sirens out here, just thunder and prayer. Days start blue and honest, coffee boiling, rope in hand, no clock telling me when I'm done, just the land and what it demands. Breath flying, I listen before I speak. Bosses come and bosses fade, paper rules get torn by rain. Out here the deal is simple, fair. Do your part, the rest is prayer. I answer to the sky and the ground beneath my feet. If I fail, I own it plain. If I stand, I stand complete. Freedom ain't a shouted word, it's quiet nights you know you earn. It's sleeping clean, waking sore, knowing what you're working for. No middleman, no alibi. I've been told to bend, assigned to kneel, trade my truth for a better deal. But I learned early who don't lie, the stars above and the open sky. Storm rolls in, I don't hide, you can't outrun the things inside. I answer to the sky, to the code I carry on. Hard work talks, freedom listens at the break of every dawn. Night lays down, fire burns low, I rest my head. Tomorrow I'll know, yeah, I answer to the sky. No one way when I left town. Dust climbed high, the sun stayed low. Same old road I always chose. I packed my doubts beside my pride, left my reasons undefined, alone, but still riding. No fence, no plan, just rains and land. Hearts heal slow when they roam. I'm alone, but still riding, not lost.
just deciding. Every mile keeps reminding who I am when I'm not hiding. Freedom ain't loud, it's steady. Alone but still riding, with the stars as my guide. If I stop, I might find it, but I'm not done tonight. Who's fade out? Morning comes. Two-lane highway, white lines fading. The evening hums like it knows my name. I left with a full tank and borrowed nerve, a head full of dreams, a lot to prove. County signs got smaller fast, but my shadow stayed in the past. Echo line, yeah, it followed me. Every town had a different sound, different bars, different lost and founds. I learned how to run, how to roam, never learned how to forget home. Miles can stretch, but they can't erase the place that taught my heart its shape. The road always leads back, no matter how far I stray. I can't fight it, I can't push it, but it bends me home someday. Saw my name in neon lights, felt alone in crowded nights. Success tasted thin and loud, missed dirt roads and quieter sounds. Funny how leaving teaches you what was real. If I show up tired, worn and laid with more regrets than I can say, this town won't care where I've been, it'll just say welcome in. Build gravel crunch under familiar tires, that old horizon pulling me tighter. The road always leads back to the roots beneath my skin. I may wander, I may crack, but I know where I begin. Sunset settles on the tracks, I slow down, I don't look back, 'cause the road always leads back. Radio Hispanic Sunday morning hymn, Mama Hunter, while she's washing. String of rhythm sparrows on a wire, Every sound felt like a choir. I didn't know notes, didn't know keys, just sang along the whatever found me. Front seat truck, windows bound, trying to be louder than this little town. Sing it out. Wrong words, off beat, laughing loud, bare feet. Is that talent's born? But I disagree. Mine was raised on harmony. That's where I first learned to sing, in a place that didn't judge a thing. Every cracked note, every dream is held up by voices that believe. Church pew creaks and gym floor nights, Friday crowds under borrowed lights. I sang the walls, I sang the skies. Didn't care if it wasn't right. Call line louder on the response line. I sang anyway. I chased stages, chased the bars, learned how silence has its claws. But every time I lose my way, I hear that old town say, that's where I first learned to sing. Before the world asked anything, before fear had a melody, before I forgot what it meant to be free. Still knows my song. Radio hums, same old tune. Evening falls too soon. If I forget why music's a thing, I go back to where I first learned to sing. Under fading pain, heart slows down without complaint. Sunday shoes by the front door, mama praying we'd be more. Daddy's hands rough, voice low, teaching me things I didn't know. Back where I learned love.
Neighbors waving like they mean it. Borrowed sugar, never keep it. Long talks under porch light glow, learning hearts before we know.
Back where I learned love.
back where I learned love.
I left thinking love was loud, found it quiet when I was proud.
World taught me how to run fast, home taught me how to make it last. Through scraped knees and open gloves, I was raised in borrowed love. Back where I learned love, still waiting just the same. Back where I learned love, in the spaces between words, and staying when it got rough, and forgiving what it hurt. If I ever rise above, it's 'cause I'm back where I learned love.
Porch light all night above, still learning love.
Whiskey can't forget you. I've tried all night. Poured your name in every glass of neon light. I can drown the truth, but it floats right through. Yeah, whiskey can't forget you.
Barstool creeks, southern heat, your old song still finds me. Some memories don't burn. You love me slow like a summer draw. Say goodbye quick like a midnight call. Left your shadow on this town. Every sip just brings it round. They say time heals alcohol too, but neither one tells me what to do. Whiskey can't forget you, Lord knows I bet. Bottom of the bottle still hears what you said. I toast to gone, I drink to blue. Whiskey can't forget you. Neon hum, empty booth, your laugh still cuts right through. If forgetting was proof of love, I'd be sober enough, but pain remembers better than me. And you ain't leaving my memory. Whiskey can't forget you. Under southern skies, stars just stare while the night rolls by. I lose my way in amber truth. Yeah, whiskey can't forget you. Dawn comes through. I remember lips, but not you.
Cowboy tears in the wind, no one sees where they've been. They fall like rain that never hits the ground. Dust on boots, aching bones. He rides miles all alone, with a heart that don't make a sound. Sun crawls up, same old sky, coffee black, one more goodbye. Town in the mirror getting small. The radio plays a worn out song. He hums but the words feel wrong. A name he don't say at all. Truck stop lights at 2 a.m. Neon buzzing like his head again. Memories louder than the bar. He ain't running fast, just nowhere left to stay. Cowboy tears in the wind, no one sees where they've been. They fall like rain that never hits the ground. Dust on boots, aching bones. He rides miles all alone, with a heart that don't make a sound. There's a picture folded in his hat, edges off from where he's held it at. Every time the night gets cold, she's laughing in a summer dress. Right before the world got less, right before he let her go, he tells himself it had to be. Freedom's just another word for empty seats. Down, cowboy tears in the wind, a tough man breaking within. They say a man like him don't cry, just grit his teeth and let things die. But pain don't care about pride or name, and rides shotgun just the same. Big final tears in the wind, every loss, every sin, blown across a wide open plain. Stars don't answer, roads don't bend, but he'll saddle up again. Even hearts can live through pain. Morning comes, engine turns, another mile, another burn. Cowboy tears in the wind, gone before they fall again.
Our memories are faded like an old blue t-shirt, and you will never see me at your front door again. I wanna tell you all the ways you really hurt me, but you're too busy chasing the sunset. My heart was your playground and you played it like a fool. You would say you're coming over and then never come through. Now you keep on texting me, you tell me that you're sorry, but I am way too busy with somebody else. I told you I'm done, I was in love, but you weren't the one. I am too busy having fun, we don't talk anymore. Our memories are faded like an old blue t-shirt, and you'll never see me at your front door again. I wanna tell you all the ways you really hurt me, but you're too busy chasing the sunset. I told you I'm done, I was in love, but you were jeans are faded like an old blue t-shirt, and you'll never see me at your front door again. I wanna tell you all the ways you really hurt me, but you're too busy chasing the sunset.
Freedom ain't fireworks in the sky, ain't headlines shouting why. It's a breath you take when the day's done right, nobody watching your fight. Dirt on my hands, sun on my back, fence line leaning, I straighten it back. Earn my keep by the sweat I pour, sleep comes easy on a cabin floor. Freedom ain't loud, say what you mean, stand your ground, keep your word, don't back down, turn around, that's how it's taught.
I've turned down deals that didn't sit right, shook hands under honest light. If I got less, but I sleep just fine, I reckon that's my kind of shine. I don't need a crowd to be proud,
Truth don't need to be bound. Freedom ain't loud, it don't demand. It lives in the callous of a working man, in a promise kept when nobody's around. Yeah, freedom ain't loud.
I wake with the wind, I rest with stars. I know what's mine, I know what's ours. Ain't owned by fear, ain't bought or sold. I answer to the truth I hold. If the world starts shouting what to be, I'll listen to the land in me. There's a quiet strength I've always found in standing firm without a sound.
Freedom ain't loud, it don't show off, it don't need cheers when times get tough. It's a straight bag of head unbowed. Yeah, freedom ain't loud, never was, never will be. Freedom ain't loud, it's calm and clear, it's living right now, living in fear. I walk my line, I stand my ground, that's the sound of freedom, not making a sound. Sun goes down, work gets done, I shake the dust, I face the sun. No sir, I don't need a crowd. Freedom ain't loud.